What is up, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome to Optimal Self Live. As always, thank you for joining me. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for stopping in and spending the next 5 or 8 or 10 minutes with us. I really appreciate it. I love it. Look forward to these conversations each and every day. And today I want to really just get straight to it, because there's something going around out there, and people ask this question all the time. They're digging in for themselves, wondering, why am I tired all the time? What is it? How come I can't make a decision? And it's really, really simple, because there's something going around that is that is a huge problem in our society and within ourselves, especially everybody that really is truly trying to build a better self, to truly be the best version of you. And the term I'm going to throw out there today at you is this. It's called decision fatigue. And so what I want you to think about is this. Are there things in your life, or there are things in your world right now, that the reason why you get decision fatigue, or why you feel that way, why you feel overwhelmed at times, is a simple fact of this. And you know what, Optimal Self, I've talked to this in the past, is what I call 100 or nothing, right? You're either 100% in or you're nothing. It doesn't even matter if you're 99, right? And here's why. Because 100% of a commitment is actually easier than even 98 or 99%. I mean, there's tons of science out there. You don't believe me? Check it out. There's tons of it. But there's one single reason why. Is because if you're only 98 or 99% committed, then you know what? You truly aren't committed at all. Because each and every time a circumstance or an environment comes up, you have to now go through the fact of matter is, what should I do? Think about that. What that causes is decision fatigue, because the truth is you haven't made a decision at all. You haven't committed to what you truly want. And so now what ultimately happens to us is that the environment dictates what I do. And guess what? I'm going to put it up here today because I want you to see it. Environment is more powerful than your willpower. Check that out. Because if you are only 98 or 99%, or most people are usually 60-40 on what they choose, but the environment will always win. The circumstance will always win over your willpower, right? We talk about it with food all the time. If you're only 98% committed and 2%, then in that moment, when the environment around you, when the people around you are all doing, when they're all committed to doing it the way that you shouldn't be doing it, then that environment is actually going to sway you. And because you're not 100% committed to yours, you're going to fall prey to theirs. So like we talk about all the time, whose journey are you on? Whose story are you in? Somebody else's because they're making a decision and so I'm following along? Or am I writing my story? Am I leading this dance? How do you do it? Right? That's the question I always get. Well, I don't understand. How do I get it? It's very simple. You need to make decisions based on your values and your goals. And guess what? The moment you get 100% committed to that goal, or the moment you get 100% committed to that value, to the values that mean something to you, guess what? You no longer have decision fatigue, because it's the decision is already made. It's already made because it's already based on your value. It's already based on your goal. It's no longer, I'm no longer victim to the environment. I'm no longer victim to the circumstance. I now am in charge. I am now writing my story. I'm making decisions that are right for me based on my life, my values, my goals. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're making this life harder than it has to be. The best version of you is very simple. The best version of you is just understanding what it is you want, who it is you want to be. Create those values, create those boundaries, create those goals, and then decisions become easy. You no longer have to worry about it, because when the situation arises or when an environment, you're put into a certain environment and people ask you, do you want a piece of this cheesecake? Nope. Not because I don't like cheesecake, but it's not in alignment with my goals. Ask yourself right now, you know the simplest one for those of you guys that are non-smokers? Somebody hands you a cigarette and a lighter, goes, hey, you want to smoke? And you're like, no, I'm not a smoker. It's really simple, right? Because you are 100% committed. That's not who I am. Now let's roll that over into every aspect of our life. But first and foremost, I've got to determine who I am. And let me tell you something. Even some of you that you are on the fence of, have I had a cigarette or haven't I? Or, oh man, I haven't been a smoker for a long time. And the circumstance comes up and all of a sudden you find yourself standing there with a cigarette in your hand because the environment has beat you. The circumstance has killed, is way more powerful than your willpower. You know why? Because you're not 100% committed. Don't make it hard on yourself. I'm going to make it real easy for you. All you need to do is make decisions. All you need to do is figure out what those values are, what those goals are, who you are, how you want to show up, and get 100% convicted to it, and then live it. Because there's nothing better in this world than to stand there when somebody offers you or says something or puts something in front of you, and you just get to say, no, thank you. Because the moment you start saying no to the things that aren't in alignment with your goals is the moment you start saying yes to what is, and that's when your life changes forever. Let's get on that journey. This is you. Write your story. Be the best version of you. All right. There you go. Today, we talked about decision fatigue. How do I kill it? How do I get rid of it? You need to make decisions. You need to make 100% commitments to your goals and to your values. And then it's real easy. You just get on that road and you walk it, and you stand tall and you stay true to who you are. And guess what? The people around you will love you for it. We love you for it. So let's get on that journey. All right. Thank you guys. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for saying hello. What I want you to do is jump on over to optimalself.today. We got a cool gift for you, video, and other ways to increase that confidence, increase your decision-making ability, right? Jump on over. It's a free course just for you. All you got to do is get to optimalself.today, and there it is. And as always, please, 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 there's somebody in your life right now. I promise you, there's somebody you know that's struggling. There's somebody you know that we don't know, and they can use this and it could benefit them. So please like, share, comment. Let's get this thing out there. We're going to touch 1 million people. We are. And it's with your help. And we're going to build a community that is going to be 1 million people being the best version of themselves. All right, guys, have an awesome night. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.